Hey everyone, it's Ryan here with my review for Gameweek 7 of the Premier League. It took place over 4 days, so from Friday to Monday. There was just one game on the Friday, which was Wolves versus Crystal Palace. Wolves ended up winning 2-0. Forgot there's a new defender they got who scored a really good goal in his debut. Wolves seem to be back to hopefully winning ways. Crystal Palace unfortunately did lose. It's like what this weekend sort of taught us is it's a bit of a weird season. Wolves are winning again. I think they're like sixth now. I'll have a look at the tables afterwards. On to Saturday, Sheffield United versus Man City. Man City only won 1-0, and it was a Kyle Walker goal. I think Kyle Walker used to play for Sheffield United, or like his family's Sheffield United fans or something like that. But it was a really good goal. Man City just won by the one goal. Sheffield United, I think, are still looking for a win. I think they've only got 1 point this season so far. Burnley versus Chelsea. Chelsea won 3-0. Ziyech did really well. I think Werner got another goal. Burnley, again, I think are the only other team that haven't won yet. I think they're only on like 1 or 2 points. Liverpool versus West Ham. I think West Ham went in front, and then Liverpool came back to win 2-1. Again, Diego Jota managed to get a late goal for them. He's doing very well as a substitute for them. The reason I'm not talking about them too much is because I'm basically just trying to remember what I can of them, and some of them I don't really remember too much. Southampton versus Aston Villa. This was a very fun match. It was 4-3 to Southampton. You can sort of tell like the last games, the sort of goals are sort of like drying up a bit now, but it's nice to see that there's somewhere a lot of goals are still coming in. Southampton at one point went up 4-1, and then Aston Villa scored twice late on, and we were thinking, it could be 4-4, but unfortunately it wasn't. Also for the Crystal Palace one, the player Luka Milivojevic, he, to me, has a bit of a reputation for getting booked a lot. He managed to get himself sent off in this game, so I'm taking a guess he's going to get about 8 yellow cards this season. I think he ended up getting like 10 last season. So we'll see how that goes. Newcastle versus Everton. Newcastle beat Everton 2-1. Callum Wilson got 2 goals. Fraser assisted Callum Wilson's first goal, I think, and I think the second one was a penalty. Calvert-Lewin managed to get a goal late on. Pickford wasn't playing for Everton because of what happened last week and the aftermath of it. For those that aren't aware, he slid in for a tackle, which is, to me, wasn't necessary. He was in the box, he could have just used his hands instead, and he severely injured Virgil van Dijk, and obviously because of how high up Liverpool fans rate Virgil van Dijk, they took it a step too far and started sending him death threats, and he's had to essentially hire personal security for himself and his family because of it. It's one of the downsides to tribalism in sports. Like, being a wrestling fan, I'm aware of it because there's 2 separate companies, and it's like, essentially it's the same with football teams. Like, if you support one, if your rival team does something, they will overstep the mark, and there's just no place for it. Pickford was on the bench, but they put their Swedish goalkeeper they got in on the deadline day. I think he did all right for a bit, but like I said, I think one was a penalty, and then the other one was a close range header. I think they might put Pickford back in next week. I guess we'll see. Everton now lost twice. Rodriguez wasn't playing. Obviously, Richarlison's been suspended. Digne was suspended, and I think the cracks are starting to show. Depending on when Digne and Richarlison come back, and Rodriguez, if it goes back to winning ways, like I said, it's 3 key players of theirs that are out, which is probably why they've lost twice. Man U versus Arsenal, it's just 1-0 to Arsenal as a Aubameyang penalty. Again, sort of like the Chelsea match, I don't think there's anything too special that happened in this match. It's another loss for Man U. They're not doing too well. I think they're still 15th. Tottenham beat Brighton 2-1. I think Harry Kane scored a penalty. I know Lamptey scored one later on. That sort of benefited me because I have Lamptey in my squad now. And then I forgot who scored the other one. I'll have a look. Just give me a second. I'm sure it's quite a good goal as well. Oh, sorry, Gareth Bale, of course. How did I forget that Gareth Bale scored a goal? Yeah, he scored a header. He's got his first goal back for Tottenham, which is, I guess, good for Bale. Gets him in the squad a bit more regularly. And then on to Monday, which was yesterday, because it's Tuesday now. Fulham beat West Brom 2-0. So Fulham, I think, have got their first win of the season. They might have won before, but I don't think they have. Not that I can recall. West Brom, still looking for a win. They've had 3 draws and 4 losses now, I believe. And then Leeds versus Leicester. Leicester ended up winning 4-1. There was a very early attempt, like literally a minute in, by Leeds. Immediately counter-attacked. Leicester scored within 2 minutes. I went to go see the family, to go watch it with them. Tielemans then scored later on. Vardy had it, goalkeeper saved it, Tielemans got the rebound. It was mostly a half, like the first half was Leicester dominance, and in the second half Leeds came out and literally within 2 minutes they got a goal, and we're thinking it's going to be like a game of 2 halves. Luckily Leicester managed to get a third one through Jamie Vardy, and then they got a penalty late on. For some reason the referee didn't award it straight away, despite the fact it was a blatant penalty. I don't see how he didn't give it. Well, at least like give a free kick, or like a free kick / penalty because of where it was. Like, I don't see how he didn't give it. And then like even the commentators, as it's going on VAR, is like, how he's not get that straight away, we don't know. But eventually they got a penalty. Tielemans took it to score. So yeah, like I said, with the whole weird season thing, you have Aston Villa beat Liverpool 7-2, who then go on to lose 3-0 to Leeds, who then Leeds go on to lose 4-1 to Leicester. It's a bit, it's like, as well, it was like Leicester beat Man City 5-2, only to lose to Aston Villa, or to West Ham even, like lose 3-0 to West Ham. So it's hard to tell with this season where it's going to go. For the table, I'm just going to get it up now. So, Liverpool are top with 16 points. Leicester are second with 15. Tottenham are third with 14. Everton and Southampton are fourth and fifth with 13. Just trying to load the table up. Wolves also have 13, but it's all based on goal difference. Chelsea, Aston Villa, Arsenal have got 12. Manchester City and Newcastle have 11. Leeds and Crystal Palace have 10. West Ham have 8. Man U are 15th with 7. Brighton with 5. Fulham with 4. West Brom with 3. And then Sheffield United and Burnley round up the bottom of the table with 1 point each. Like 7 games and 1 point is not a good look for any team. But again, just with this season so far, 6 points separate first from 13th, and 3 separates first from 6th. So whether Liverpool are going to get back to their regular ways, who knows? The last time they started playing like this, where they would start to fall behind and then to go on to win, is when sort of like the second half of their season, like they went on to lose 3-0 to Watford, and then obviously they won the title, but then sort of everything started going down from there. But with how this season's gone, I don't know. But yeah. So that's pretty much the results for game week 7. Sorry that I've just rambled on and got through it as quick as possible. Like for some of them, it's just based on I watched the highlights for them, and I've sort of had a couple of work shifts since, so my brain's sort of like not fully gone back to looking at it. The only reason I remember obviously the Leicester Leeds one is because, like I said, I went to go watch it. So yeah, so that's pretty much going to be the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and again, sorry for rambling on. It's sort of what I do. I kind of go on a tangent sometimes, and I shall hopefully see you in the next one.